Hey, what's up, everybody? Alright, so welcome to this TV episode thing with the camera and the. Okay. So, I'm here in front of the governor's mansion, the old governor's mansion in Austin, Texas, the Pease Mansion. And today I'm going to take a little trip down to see the Austin City Council while it's in session. So, if that sounds interesting to you, please come along with me. Hey, what's up, y'all? So back here, walking up to the City Hall. Got a great looking building here in Austin for our City Hall. And I'm a little bit embarrassed that I don't really have a major reason for coming today, other than just to check it out and see how it works. I'm actually just going to take some notes on the different folk that I see here, the different council representatives, and then go do some other information on them and see what their deal is and where they represent, what sections of the city they represent, and maybe what boards they're on, because all that stuff could be good, useful information for the future of local entrepreneurship here in Austin. Alright, so I came in here. They're actually out of session right now. They're going to be back in session soon. But if you check it out, this is actually a really cool building. The building here in our Austin City Hall is just amazing, really. And I'll show you some of that stuff now. Check it out. Copper. Look at this copper wall here. Really neat copper wall, and some great angles up on the roof, which let some natural light in. Really a beautiful representation of Austin, frankly, and I think an impressive city hall, to say the least. Not cheap either, because copper is about the most expensive metal, besides precious metals, that you can buy to use in construction. Anyway, but you can see also quickly that there's a pretty lively scene here of folks. There's interviews going on down there, people waiting around on their Blackberries, lots of like cops and things by the entrance, which I think are more involved with testimony or whatever's happening down here today. Cool artworks around here. Pretty badass building. Anyway, I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. So now we're gonna come down here onto a, when you see me, if you follow me around here, like you don't really have any choice, you're gonna have to follow me around. I'm going to show you what's happening in this little press conference that's happening over here. I don't know what it is, but you're going to see that there are lots of folks in here in green hats. I don't know exactly what that means. It's kind of neat. Let's see. Looks like they're called, you can read that sign there, they're called the Eco Change Exchange. So I'm going to check out what they're doing. Alright, so that group was basically a little, well, not little, but a local political action committee called the Eco Change Exchange, and they're lobbying for, among other things, 25% of the city budget to be put towards sustainability here in Austin's sustainability programs. It's interesting, and they were well organized. Alright, so I'm going to leave the building now. It's a pretty slow process to get anything done, it seems like. Should have expected that, but bye. One thing that I noticed is that during the so the only thing I was there for was this thing called Citizens Communications. And so the way that works is that during Citizens Communications, in the 2 weeks ahead of any meeting, city council meeting, the sign-up list starts for the citizen communications for the next meeting. And so what that means is any citizen can go in, sign up, and say, I want to speak at the next city council meeting. But there's only 10 spots available. And from what the girl told me, one of the clerks, she told me that basically they get filled up within 15 minutes, and a lot of times the folk that fill them up are the quote-unquote usual suspects. Really, because I don't have any kind of political office, I can say this. Basically, crazy people with nothing to do. Maybe kind of like myself. I mean, I went to the meeting for no reason. But anyway, these folk, like today, this guy went up there and basically just like spouted off some crazy stuff for like 10 minutes about nothing. I mean, he was out there, he had like bunny ears on his head, and he went in there and he was like, something about, babies, abortion, but not like an abortion activist or anything. Anyway, so that was interesting, but the problem with that is that folk that do have real issues with the city are not currently getting that much time. They're not getting enough time to actually raise their issues because they're, the time slots are grabbed by these folk who go in there and you know, just kind of use up the time. Anyway, they're gonna adjourn for a while, or they're doing behind closed door stuff for a little while, which means that citizens are not welcome to be there to listen to that. And I got my taste of the city today. I think I know what's going on so far, and so I'm gonna just head out and consider my time at the city done for the day. Peace. Hey, also, a couple more things I wanted to add about the experiences down at the City of Austin City Hall on a council meeting day is that the city council members and the mayor, they do actually work down there. On one side of the building, the city councilmen and women have their offices and have aides there who you can set up appointments with to go and talk to them about what's going on in your section of the city or with certain issues that the city participates in. And then on the other side, you have the mayor. I don't know, I guess he is in a similar situation. So those avenues to the power in the city are available, and if you do have a way to propose and enact change and work with and show them that there is a desire for a certain change, you might be able to do something that benefits you economically or positions your company well, or does good things for society and brings value to the community, which you can then convert into money, maybe. And so on an entrepreneurship tip, that's cool, and on a democracy tip, that's cool. The city council, the city hall is beautiful. It's an inspiring place to be. It's a great place to be for democracy, in my opinion, because it's not unpleasant to be there. That's one of my biggest problems with a lot of places like that, is that they're generally very unpleasant places, but this was very pleasant. So anyway, that was a wrap-up of my experiences down at City Hall today.